In the Clutch, Sports Talk and More podcast presents to you Real Talk. The views and opinions expressed by guests and/or comments are those of the persons who submitted them and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of In the Clutch Sports Talk and More podcast. Any content provided by guests are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company of any individual or anyone or anything.
Happy Saturday, my peeps. What it do. Welcome to Real Talk with T. Will. If you don't want to talk about real stuff, I don't even want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. How's it going out there this morning in the M-Town? Glad to see you guys out there. Before I get started, I would like to it's a sad moment for me. A very, very good friend of mine lost his father on last night. Christopher Robinson, Marvin, Carolyn, Sharon. Just want to let you know that I'm always there for you guys. I love you guys. Mr. Aaron Robinson transitioned to be home with the Lord late last night, and I just want to let you know to ask you guys to keep him in your prayers and just try to uplift him. Good man, great father, great person overall. You will be missed. Prayers go out. You see that at the bottom. Prayers go out to the Robinson family. Appreciate that, D. Let me get started with the show. I ain't gonna bring the topic of the show until I get Bonnie and Clyde on here, man. I got Bonnie and Clyde out here somewhere. Let me see you.
Hey, I'm ready.
I already know.
I know she ready. This topic today.
We huddled up. We all huddled up. Did our little pregame ritual. Because we got some stuff to talk to you about today. You know what I'm saying? And as you can tell by my name, I'm finna get my Don Lemon on. For those that don't know Don Lemon, he's in CNN. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no calls right now. We got some things to talk about, and we pissed right now. You tell them to put them on hold or call after the first commercial break. We're not accepting any phone calls right now. We got some serious stuff to talk about. Up on my right, we got Show Enough Sharita. We got my guy D Early up to my left, man. I'm glad y'all could join me today. I'm sick of talking about all this. I want to talk about some good positive stuff, but it's hard to talk about it. You know, today's topic is going to be the political landscape of our country. And for those that have tuned in the last 3 weeks, that's all we've been talking about. But guess what? It's another version. Same shit, different day. You know what I'm saying? Same shit, different day. So we got some new shit today to talk about what's going on up in the Capitol. What's y'all got something to say, man? Let me hear you say something, man. Because Sarita, I'm gonna sick you on them real quick. Well, I ain't gonna raise my blood pressure. I'm not gonna raise my blood pressure up today. I'm gonna try to keep it on a minimum. You know, Daryl, I'm gonna try to get him going. You know, he was on the road last night. I want him to keep that stuff going. But I know you already got it in you. I gotta push him. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready.
I said, okay. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. That's right. Let's get started. Hey, the first thing I want to talk about is Mr. Jacob Chansley. Does anybody know who Jacob Chansley is? We've been talking about him for the last 3, 4, 5 weeks. Where, you know, he was the guy, Daryl, you still ain't got that picture up of him. You got that picture?
No, I deleted all this stuff, man. I'm tired of looking at that mess.
Okay, well, Daryl tired of looking at it. Well, anyway, he was the guy with the little funny horns, he didn't have no shirt on. Correct me if I'm wrong. He didn't have no shirt on. He the one that was looking like a barbarian.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
That's him.
Okay.
With the Viking helmet.
With the Viking helmet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first thing I want to ask about that, because I don't know if y'all been up on a rock and y'all ain't been hearing anything, but it was just announced a couple days ago that they were giving him preferential treatment while in custody. Y'all know that he only eats organic foods, and I think he went without eating for like a week or something.
20 days, I think.
Oh, it was 20 days? Okay, well, he got up to 20 days where he was starving himself and said he wasn't going to eat because he only eats organic. I don't know how they got it pushed through, but it's his attorney got that done for him. So now he's eating organic food. Now, the question that I have to you guys, first of all, for him getting this, didn't I tell them there ain't no phone calls in the first 15 minutes? Are you listening? We're not taking phone calls.
They may have something to say.
They ain't got shit to give me something to say first before they say something. Damn. Don't make me get Thaddeus Matthews on you. So the question that I have about this preferential treatment, number one, do you think him being white played a part of that?
Of course. Next question.
No. I won't elaborate on that because, and like I said, and I'm not trying to pull a race card, because I would say the same thing if it was an African American asking for some neck bones and candy yams and some greens. So if it was an African American, I would feel the same way. So I want to know that, I get what you're saying, that him being white, but I'm saying, would you feel the same way if an African American was able to get some neck bone and some greens and some candy yams? Would you feel the same way?
I heard they already getting it anyway, but they getting it. But they getting it how they get it, but they ain't getting it because it was approved by a freaking judge. They ain't getting it like that. Because see, we know how we can adapt, and we figure out how to do and get what we need. Because, man, it's evident with all of the videos and Facebook posts that we've seen of men and women in jail. So we know how to get what we need. But this particular person went through the court and got it approved, when that was not something, I don't think that was something that should have been it should have been struck down as soon as it was brought to a judge. Yeah. Who cares that you only eat organic? This is what is being served in prison. So this is what you eat. Everybody else does.
So let me ask you a question. So would he be liable? I mean, would the state or the government be liable if he starved himself because of that? And
no.
And because he don't eat it, and it's been confirmed that he just eat organic stuff, and they let him die.
I'm gonna tell you what would have happened eventually had he kept not eating. Had he kept not eating, and it got to the point where it was going to affect his life, or his health or his life, what would have happened was they would have went to court several times and got it approved for him to get a feeding tube put in. Cause you ain't finna. We can kill you, but I can't let you kill yourself in prison. So that's what would have eventually happened.
Gotcha.
Now.
Gotcha.
Well, of course, I did a little research because I was just wondering if there was any precedence on this. And my research says that a lot of lawyers said that they would have been surprised if the judge wouldn't have allowed this based on what they call religious accommodation.
I was getting to that.
Okay.
So that, I mean, hey, if it's a rule or a loophole in there, that's fine. But the question I pose is, so what if a Muslim was incarcerated and stated that they had a certain dietary plan that they needed to follow? What would have happened? And we all know what would have happened. It would have got
I think that they do accommodate Muslims. in prison. I ain't for sure, but I think that I've read or seen somewhere where they do accommodate, but I think that's the only, because a lot of black men would, like you said, use a loophole. Hey, I'm Muslim, so I can't eat this crap y'all serving me. I can only eat this. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how if that's
I'm
true.
just glad I'm just glad Daryl does his research, because one thing I don't want to do, I mean, we spout off a lot. I know I do spout off a lot about stuff, but when you dealing and having a show and all that type of stuff, you got to have your facts and all that. You don't want to just jump down on somebody or jump down their throat or get on something and not knowing all the details, because I didn't know about the detail that he just mentioned about that. Because like I said, you may not like the loophole or what he found out that they could actually use, but it was there. It was there to be used. So you can't be upset about it, but you still can have your feelings that it still ain't right. But they did have a rule out there about it, so that's why I was asking.
Well, I mean, if it's out there and people are applying it, then I don't have a problem with it. If Muslims are able to have a certain diet plan while in prison, and I mean it's readily available to them, I don't have a problem with this guy being able to use. Now I don't know what religious accommodation it is. I don't know what religion he claiming or whatever, but
exactly,
if it's something that's on the book and anybody can use it and anybody can get it approved, then I'm all for that. The problem we run into is certain people get certain stuff that other people aren't afforded the same opportunity. Now, that would be the only reason I would have a problem with it. So now I got to go back and do some more research and see, do they accommodate Muslims? Or, I mean, when you say religion, I mean,
because who's to say then, like, okay, what is it? I believe Jewish people only eat what is it, kosher foods, or something. Whoever it is, they eat kosher foods. So then you got to accommodate me, and I can only eat kosher food. Come on, it's not going to be done. It's just not going to be, because
I just don't see how it could. I don't see how it just they just easily say, okay, this one particular person we're gonna make
right.
we're gonna make a change for this person.
That's a slippery slope now, because I could be, my mom cooked all her life and cooking. I said, well, look, I have to have soul food every day. I can't take that bologna sandwich that you
processed food.
I can't get your bologna sandwich and all that. I got healthy and all that. My mom made Brussels sprouts and greens and and candy yam and things that were good for my body. So I need that. Could I get that? So
that's what I'm saying.
Could I use that same loophole for getting some soul?
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe that if someone else used the same whatever precedent that they pulled up and used for them, exactly, Monica, whatever precedent, I don't think you would be able to use it, but he was able to use it. And that's I don't know for sure, but that's something that I would want to know, is how many people have been struck down trying to use that same loophole that were of black or brown persuasion.
Yeah, and hey, Monica, you got a good point. He has a good lawyer, but just take for granted, don't let gold teeth fool you. I can have a good lawyer too. What happens if I got a good lawyer? And I still want my pinto beans, my yams, my hot water cornbread.
When you say good lawyer, you talking about $50,000 retainer.
Okay, but don't look at me like I ain't got 50,000. I probably got 50,000 that I can get a lawyer. I'm just saying, playing devil's advocate. If I had the money to get me a good lawyer, could I still go by the loophole that you stated earlier?
Nope.
Well, hold on.
They're gonna find a reason to deny it.
Wait a minute. His lawyer ain't too good. He's still in jail.
Oh, he ain't no magician now. Hell, this man is up there and defamed the Capitol. So
there's some other people that did the same thing that they ain't in jail. I mean, I guess there's levels to it. You had to do a certain amount of damage, or what was it? I mean, he was in the forefront, so I mean, of course, it's a bigger target on him because with the horns and the face paint and standing.
And he has a history. He has a history of doing that.
He got history of doing that, and also I think he grabbed the lectern. He grabbed something. So I guess you can defame something at the Capitol just by grabbing it. You shouldn't be touching nothing, or I guess if you touch something or you grab something or you made any kind of verbal saying like you threatened somebody up in there, and they was talking about threatening the vice president, and Sharita was telling me before the show that one of the ladies was talking about threatening Pelosi. You know what I'm saying? So I guess what you saying that they caught it on tape, or if you had some zip ties or you had some form of object and all that type of stuff. So I'm thinking them are the ones that got the bigger charges.
I don't know if we're gonna get into this today, but when you said someone said something about doing harm to Speaker Pelosi, what about the young fresh congressperson? I don't know what they was or whatever. That was sending out tweets saying where she was at.
Where he was. Thank you.
You saying you don't know if we're gonna talk about it. Do you want to talk about it? We can talk about it. This is my show. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it.
Right after the commercial messages.
Yeah, Sharita, I was just going to say that. This is my show. Let me tell Daryl when to play the commercials. Okay.
Well, I got 2 more interruptions on you, brother. Today.
Okay.
So just get ready.
Go ahead and get them on out the way. I was just about to tell Daryl. We'll get right into it. Let me handle this. Okay.
Well, there was one.
Okay. Well, y'all, I'm sorry about that, but we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna get back and D want to talk about that particular subject. So we're gonna talk about it right after this break.
Tanya Covington Realtor, a multi-million-dollar producer in the Mid-South since October 2000. She is an accredited buyer's representative, a seller's representative specialist, and committed to excellence. Tanya assists her clients with budgeting, home repairs, and the loan process, all the way to closing. Tanya exemplifies integrity, energy, hard work, and creative service in every detail of her real estate transaction. She has built a successful career in real estate for over 19 years in the Mid-South. Clients chose to work with Tanya for her full-service team, ethics, experience, and expertise. Her base is strong, full of loyal, repeat customers. And that is the reason Tanya has been so successful in this incredibly competitive sales environment. Tanya's extensive knowledge of the Mid-South residential real estate market is unparalleled. Her clients have consistently sought her advice and trusted her judgment on many deals. A woman of faith, family, and community. Tanya believes one is not defined by what he or she receives, but by what he or she gives. Please call Tanya anytime without obligation. She is ready to go to work for you today.
Shout out to Tanya, our home girl. What's going on, Tanya Covington? You got any kind of home needs or anything about it? Look, this is not I know we're going through the pandemic, but the houses are at an all-time low right now. So Tanya will be able to help you out, start you out from beginning to end, tell you the ins and outs and what do you need to do to get your credit to the point where you're able to get it and all that type of stuff. And she's just a wonderful person to work with. She helped me get mine. I said it dozens of times on the show. It was an easy process for me, but it was easy because I did exactly what she said. So she knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's doing. So please reach out to her. She's licensed. Now she's licensed in Mississippi as well. So she's in Tennessee and Mississippi. You can reach her at area code 901-870-5337. That's 901-870-5337. Welcome back to the show. Dear Early, I'm going to give you some time because you look like you got something off your chest. You need to get something off your chest, man. I need the same bulldog like I said from last night. So no, you got to growl a little loud. You got a little bit of that.
I'm like Lavelle Crawford said, when you get older, you roofing.
Oh, you're roofing. Okay. Well, we'll take it. What you trying to talk about today on Real Talk, man?
No, I mean, I'm bothered by what I would call infiltration into Congress. And I think what's happening is, it's probably a slow process, but I think a certain group is trying to infiltrate and getting their people into some of these positions in Congress to undermine our democracy. And just like, I mean, why would this lady be tweeting where the House Speaker is? I mean, like, she's not in this room. She's here. She went here. Why would you be tweeting that during a crisis, a riot situation, an insurrection incident?
And who was, wait a minute, who was this again?
I don't forgot her name. I should have.
It just she's new. She's new.
She's new. But I mean, and then when you have this, and we're gonna talk about her later, the Marjorie Taylor Greene lady getting a standing ovation in a closed door meeting with Republicans. So that means you condoning the stuff that she's saying, and you condoning the stuff that's going on. And I don't get that. I don't understand that. I mean, the election is over. We're supposed to be moving forward. We're supposed to be doing what's best for the American people right now. So whether you Democrat or Republican, all this should be pushed to the side now. We went through the election. Whether you think it was whatever you thinking, it's over with now.
Right.
President Biden and Vice President Harris, they're in office now. So the Republicans and the Democrats should be working together for what's best for the country. It shouldn't be all this underlying stuff that's going on.
Well, in fairness, it's not President Biden's fault either, because he's been putting the stuff out there. He's been giving them an opportunity. He's been giving them opportunities to sit up there and be a part of the bipartisan. He's been doing it. Now, either I'm quoting him. He said either they're not agreeing with the quantity of the bill. I mean, the amount of the bill, or they just don't agree with it at all. And he ain't going. So he's exercising his right to do the little, what do you call it? The bill, to make it go through where it's 50-50 and Vice President go out there and make the decisive vote to what is that called? The
reconciliation or whatever.
Yeah, reconciliation process. Yeah. So he's been out there.
That's fine. I mean, now we have a situation where, okay, we saying, well, the Republicans did it, so we gonna do it. So once, let's say the Republicans get back in office or whatever, or get back control of the Senate or the House of Representatives, then now it's gonna be like, okay, well, we got the power, now we gonna do this. So it's like little kids going back and forth at each other.
Yeah, I agree with you, but what do you do? Because in Biden's situation, the American people, the majority of they need this they need this to go through. So it's not like he just sitting up there and like last time when the Republicans was had the majority, they cut taxes for the rich people. They didn't take into consideration of nothing with the Democrat, and you got Biden that's coming along. To me, like I say, it's just my opinion, but he's trying. And the American people, they need this stuff. He may not be perfect of what he's doing, but the effort is there. I give him an A for effort. He wasn't one of the ones that talked the talk, and he got in there and turned his back and closed the door and not do anything. He's been transparent. He's been given updates every day with his people. They tell you what's going on. They answering questions. Ain't nobody arguing back and forth with each other and you chastising them or you going off on them for asking questions. They ain't been doing that. They've been doing it the right way. So, I'm giving them kudos for what they've done in the first 3 weeks in office.
I'm not shooting down anything that they've done. I'm shooting down the whole political system, because the way this stuff is being done, I don't think that it was set up to be run the way that it's being ran. You know, when you got people who just got their own agenda for whatever reason, if it's something that you just really strong for, I'm okay with that. But the stuff that we bickering about and the Democrats, it's like it's not even a whole body of anything. It's so split down the middle. It's Republicans and it's Democrats. It's like we not even one country. It's like we two different countries trying to get along. It's like we North Korea and South Korea. But we the United States of America. It's supposed to be united.
No, I agree with you. So what would you suggest? So you saying this backward and forward stuff that's going on? I mean, somebody got to make the first move. So should I mean, do you think Biden should not use the reconciliation process for this? And maybe if the Republicans take back over in a couple of years, they'll say, and they'll remember that and say, you know what, well, President Biden tried to do it the right way. And I mean, where does this stop? When should this stop, and where should it stop?
It doesn't. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop because people have different interests at heart. And it all boils, I'm gonna tell you what it boiled down to. It boiled down to money. When it's all said and done, it's money. And then let's look at this right quick. And I know y'all, what is this? Okay, it's 7 billion people on the earth. 7 billion. 7 billion people on the earth. How much money Jeff Bezos got?
A whole lot.
So if he gave everybody $1 billion, he still got more money than anybody.
He got that type of money?
Yeah.
You said hold on. You said give everybody $1 billion. You talking about you give?
Well, no, you get. Yeah, you're right. I know. Yeah,
hold on, goddammit. How much money he got?
No, he ain't got that much. My math was kind of off on that. But what I'm saying is, it's enough money out here that no one should have to be struggling. And I'm not saying give people money and they shouldn't have to work and this and that, but I'm just saying it's a better way to run this country than how we running it. It gotta be you know, they talk about the deficit. Okay, yeah, when you look at it and you say, okay, we this many $1 trillion in deficit. Okay, how many trillions of dollars do we throw away each year?
But you know what? I look at that sort of different now, and you made me you raised my eyebrows on that, where you was telling me, well, Terry, do we really have all that money? Because they never see the money. You know, people got money. It ain't real. You know, you the money gets transferred to your account, or you're going like this. It ain't like you seeing the money and all that type of stuff. And I really didn't think of anything like that or think anything of it until you brought it up. But I lately it just boggles me because I've been thinking about what you're saying, and you're right.
Because I mean, we come up with all this foreign aid, and I'm sure it's a reason why we giving these foreign countries money. We'll never know the real reason, but how can we give away so much to these other countries when we struggling here in America?
Never made sense to me.
It just don't make. So now, you know, when Trump said we don't really want to hear it, but that's part of when I say people have some good in them. He made sense when he was saying stuff like that, but then he'll turn around and say something just totally opposite and stupid. But nonetheless, some of the stuff he was saying, it makes sense. How we giving so much to these other countries and we not taking care of us? You should take care of self first.
Yeah,
right.
You know, so I mean, and these people, they're in a position that they're supposed to be making decisions for the masses of Americans, and it never works out for the masses of Americans.
Yeah.
Only the 1%.
And that part, okay, if you're making $500,000 or whatever the threshold is, that you end up not even having to pay taxes. How is that fair any kind of way?
But you made $30,000 and you paying taxes out the ass.
Exactly. What sense do that make? It should be a straight across the board percentage. Now think if you just had a straight across whether it was 1%, 2%, 5%, whatever the percent was across the board. That's fair for everybody. Then who can complain?
Right.
But when you say, okay, I'm in the lower half I'm in the lower 1/3 of this, but the lower part pay more than
those that can't afford it.
Exactly. The people, if Jeff Bezos and them had to pay $100 million in taxes a year, is that gonna really hurt them?
No.
That's why a lot of black people follow Trump. Because if you notice, because I was paying attention to that, I was looking at like the black people that would, that were following him, like even on my timeline, if they had something good to say about him, those people are people who would benefit by his, things that were happening with taxes. So and for them, I ain't got no problem with that. If you making over $100,000 a year, and that his tax breaks assist you with with not losing money or whatever it is, that's fine. But what I did not like is that for you to be a black person and that like you said, the lower third of us are not benefiting, it's hurting us. Your thing about it is, well, I'm good. I'm good. My family good. So I'm good. I applaud Trump. That's what I didn't like about some of the black people that were following him, because it was all about money and you weren't looking. That canceled out all the other bad stuff that Trump was doing to some black people. And those black people I have no respect for. Because if you really think that it's okay that someone, that makes less than you doesn't deserve a chance and doesn't deserve to be treated, treated the same way, then I have no respect for you. I have no respect. And all this, and then they, those that spout, well, they need to go back to school and then they can get this and they can get that. That's bull crap. If the solution was that everybody just go to school and get a degree, don't you think that everybody that has went to school and gotten a degree, they would be in the same position? And they're not. They just in debt.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hey, I don't mean to cut you off, but we got to take another quick commercial break. When we get back, I'm on 6 Sharita. Sharita was actually nice and calm doing that little part of her little thing. I'm trying to rev her up and get her ready for it, because when we come back, we're going to talk about what Daryl was talking about earlier, and that's Miss Green. We're going to talk about Miss Green once we get back. So hang tight and we take a quick commercial break.
Are you in need of a professional yard service? Call Ernest Payne at Payne's Lawn Service. He provides a quote and a free estimate for gutter cleaning, leaf removal, mulching, flower beds, edging, family plots, and fallen limb removal. No job is too small for Ernest Payne. He can be reached at 901-620-7469.
Welcome back. Shout out to my boy EP, man. You got any kind of lawn care needs? He can get some mulch. If it starts to snow, he can remove that. He can get your leaves. He can get your gutters. He can trim you can get you a nice haircut for your yard once the spring comes back. Very, 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 very talented guy. So please look him up for all of your needs. If you can't reach him or reach out to him, reach out to one of us on the show, and we can put you in touch with him to get some of that stuff done. All right. Now we're back. Now I want to talk about Miss Green. Miss Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. I want to talk about all the venom and lies that's been spewing from her mouth. And the reason I'm looking at you like that, I was telling Daryl in the street, I was trying to get my Don Lemon on. If you look at Don Lemon, he's going to look at you and said,
Please stop saying you want to get your Don Lemon on. Don't say that no more.
You know what I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about in the political world. Okay, well, let that shit go. Don't let that shit go. We talking.
Okay, you got one more. I got you there when I got one more.
Okay, you got me there. Okay. But this lady right here has just been removed from her committee seats. I think she lost 2 of them, right, D?
Yeah, some education, and I forgot what the other one was.
Okay, but she's lost both of them, and she's come out and said that now, Sharita, she said something about she's been freed now, but she's got plenty of time on her hand to go back to Atlanta and her constituents and still go down there and be down there for them. What do you think about her, what she's been saying, the lies that she's been spewing, and just what do you think about all this?
I think she needs to be committed to an asylum, given forced medication, because she crazy. And the stuff she says lets you know she crazy. Now, but this is the thing. There are a lot of people who think and feel the same way that she does. This crazy woman had posted on her Facebook page. I think it was what they call them, the squad. It was AOC and then two other members of Congress on there. And she was standing there, Sister Grain, with a AK, what is it, AR-15, and her quote was like, "I'm their worst nightmare, the squad's worst nightmare." That's what she did. Now, the gun was pointed towards them, their pictures. I mean, what else you got to do?
Okay, it was pointed towards whose pictures?
The three other congresswomen, AOC, and I just can't think of the other two. What's the Muslim woman?
Yeah, Alman or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off, but I just want to interject this right quick before I forget, since you're talking about guns. How crazy is it that they got metal detectors in the Capitol? Not for outsiders, not for somebody who might be visiting, but for the members of Congress.
Hey, Durham, I think two of them got fined $5,000.
One of the members of Congress attempted to go in with his firearm.
And see, my thing is, even if he ain't gonna use it, he could take it in the bathroom and leave it for somebody else to come and scoop it up and go do some damage.
But look, let me play devil's advocate. Can you be scared senseless with what happened at the back on the 6th at the insurgents over there at the Capitol, that they saying hell no, because a lot of them said that they saw their life flash before their eyes and they didn't have anything. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying, do you understand? Is there any kind of...
But that's not what he said. When he was interviewed, that's not what he said. He did not say it was because of the insurgents. I mean, he on their side because he was a Republican. He's a Republican. So he was trying to show his right to bear arms. That old silly mess that other one, Marjorie Greene, was talking about. That's what he was trying to show, that he has a right to bear arms.
Yeah, but the vice president is a Republican too, and they was talking about killing them. So I mean,
exactly.
Only because he wasn't going with their agenda.
I get it. But do you think everybody out there was educated enough to say, "Oh no, he's a good Republican"? All this shit is happening. Just it's sporadic, and
they knew exactly who they wanted. We will never really know exactly everything. They're not going to release to us everything, because of course there's video and audio inside that building. We will never know what really went on. That's why I applaud AOC for coming on and telling us what was really going on, and about how they were after her. They were looking for her. They were looking for her. They were looking for Pelosi, and they were looking for the vice president, as well as others that did not, like you said, follow their agenda. And why were you looking for them? What were you going to do when you found them? You were going to kill them. Everybody, it would have been a mob mentality, even if you did not go there to do that. It's what they call it, a mob mentality. You're going to join in with what everybody else is doing, because at that moment you're in that zone. So I'm a staunch Republican, and I came here to just hear Trump talk, and I'm gonna walk to the Capitol, and I'm just gonna protest. But while I'm there, I see people, you trying to get to Pelosi and kill her, and I'm right here with you. I'm going to join in. Okay. Mob mentality.
Well, let's tie this stuff together, because now, talking about the insurgents and the riots, former President Donald Trump has refused to testify at his own impeachment hearing. Do you guys think that signals guilt on his part, or I mean, what reasons do you think that his team is telling him that he, or him for that matter, saying that he shouldn't testify on his own behalf?
I think that's brilliant on his part.
And how so?
I mean, because if he get in front of these people and keep saying the same thing that he's been saying, and they bring forth, I mean, if you look at all these people who saying, yeah, we came there because he told us to come here, and he told us we was gonna march on the Capitol, and he told us we had to be strong and we had to take what was rightfully ours. I mean, it really ain't no defense for that. So him getting on the stand, and then, I mean, look at what he tried to do. He ain't even trying to defend himself for that. He's still trying to put out here that I should still be the president. That's why the first defense team left. So it wasn't even about defending him. It ain't about defending him against the impeachment charge. It's him saying, I still should be president, and this wouldn't be going on.
Yep, exactly.
And Monica right, because they know he gonna say something stupid. He can't help
right.
It. But that's common knowledge. He's gonna say something stupid. I guess I may respectfully disagree that, even though I would think, instead of not saying nothing, get up there and say something to try to sugarcoat something, to say, to justify, even though we know that there's no justification that he's right by any means. Come up there and say something versus just sitting over there to the side and being quiet while you getting bashed and all that, and taking that guilt without even trying to do something to try to make it go the opposite way.
He ain't gonna do it.
Well,
ain't gonna happen.
I don't watch enough court TV and stuff to know these lawyers, when they tell you don't take the stand, they know when they know you guilty, they like, nah, we don't need you on the stand. Because once you get on the stand, now you open yourself up for everything. So anything that they asking you got to tell the truth about, because they'll catch you up on a perjury charge then because you lying about something. Right. He don't want to be on. He don't want to be on trial for that. He don't want something else to come out of what's already finna come out of this.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We always talk about negative stuff on, we've been seem like that's all we've been talking about. But the positive is, I'm gonna throw a little bit of positive before we go back to a negative topic. Hey, the stimulus package is just about 100% ready to be passed. You know what I'm saying? So that extra $1,400 is coming. The only question is, what's the threshold of what you have to make before you're able to actually get it? So President Biden said he was open to negotiations of doing that, but he was talking about going very little, and he was saying that he felt like the middle class was suffering as well. Do you guys both agree with that, or do you think that it should be shortened or depending on how much you make as well? I mean, how do you feel about that? So if you got somebody that's actively just working and doing fine, never had a problem with the pandemic, right there at that threshold, do you think that they should be getting this, even the ones that what they got in the past, or what they planning to get in the future, this $1,400? Do you have a problem with it?
Everybody,
I don't have a problem.
Everybody should. Everybody should.
Everybody,
whoever qualifies for it, everybody who got it the first time or whatever, they should get it the second time.
Yep. Because we don't know just because somebody makes $50,000 or $60,000 or $70,000 a year does not mean they didn't have something going on during this pandemic. And even if they didn't, still, you don't know. We don't know what is going to happen in the next month or the next week. as it relates to that.
Because in fairness to some of what the Republicans are saying is that this money is not helping the economy because they just stacking it in their savings because they don't need it. So they're saying that it's not helping.
I'm sure I'm gonna put it in my savings.
Okay, but if you look at it, the people who they saying shouldn't get it, if you just look at the percent of those people, it ain't even that much money when it all boils down.
It's
the
not.
people they saying shouldn't get it. It ain't even that amount. Don't even total up to probably 2 or 3% of the total that's going out. So that's just one way to say y'all doing something wrong. So I don't buy into what the Republicans saying. But they ain't okay. So they so worried about them getting. They worried about the people in the upper class getting $1,400, but they weren't worried about all these car companies and airlines getting billions of dollars.
Billions of bailout money.
So and we got nothing. So what are they? I don't see. That's the political stuff that throws me off and makes me not understand. Like, I roll with you if you consistent. That's why I said if one person getting the $1,400, everybody get it. Yeah. If one person getting that tax break, everybody should get that tax break. But we know it don't work like that. Right. And my thing is, if you a car company and you making your quarterly profits be billions of dollars, why would you ever need a bailout?
Exactly. Exactly.
No, I totally agree.
And that's taxpayer money. So that's technically our money. Just like this stimulus, technically our money. Yeah. However, even though I say it's fake, it's still our money. It's we paying taxes on everything, and it's our money. So it should be distributed back to us. Okay. And they say, well, we going into a deficit. Okay, we went into a deficit in the world wars and all of that, and we bounced back. We'll bounce back from this.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to cut it short on that right now. We limited for time. We're gonna do a quick commercial break, but before we go to the commercial break, we want to talk about this gift basket that we're giving out. The deadline is going to be this upcoming Tuesday. That's going to be the 9th.
I'm praying for you, Monica.
Look at her. Yeah, one thing about it, Monica, Daryl, they put you out there. You are number one fan, so we love and appreciate you checking in and being a part of it. I hope you win as well. You know what I'm saying? But anybody else that wants to get out there and try to get it, you got your last second effort. I think the cutoff is Tuesday the 9th, Tuesday, February the 9th. For those that want to be a part of it, it's a nice gift basket that's worth up to look at Monica. Stop telling folks. We gotta tell folks.
Monica, I'm placing your order today. Don't worry, you gonna
get something, Monica. So we gonna take care. Well, sure enough, gonna take care of you regardless, whether your name is chosen or not. But the cutoff is going to be Tuesday, February the 9th. In order to be able to participate, it's going to be like $150 roughly. This total package. There's a lot of stuff in there for men and for women. So candy and different items and different touchy-feely type stuff. So it's a lot of different stuff. All you have to do is email us at intheclutchpodcast@gmail.com. Enter clutch FF20 in the subject line to be entered into this Valentine's Day gift basket. But you got to do another thing. You have to be a subscriber to In the Clutch channel to win. You have to be a subscriber. So that's the only thing that we ask on this show. That's one thing I like about all of us. We all good-hearted people. We love giving back to our community. We love having this platform out here for you guys and doing things. We don't do it for the money. We don't do it for this. We do it for the love of just the camaraderie that we have between us and being able to put it out there for you. So we always, as long as we're gonna be a part of the show, we're gonna give back. Ain't no doubt about that. That's we're gonna do that. That's it's three things that's for sure in this country. It's life and death. I mean, life, death, taxes, and we gonna give back. So that's guaranteed. So again, go ahead, Daryl.
You want to go to the commercial, or you want me to say?
I know if y'all want to say something about the little gift basket or anything like that.
I just like you said, join the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button so you can know when we come on. Because like I said, we come on. We got 3 different shows. In case people didn't know, we got 3 different shows. We got Sports Talk, which is on Tuesdays at 11. We got the Freaky Over 40, which is Fridays at 7 p.m. And we got Real Talk with T Will, which is Saturdays at 3 p.m. In the Clutch Podcast at gmail.com. If y'all got show ideas for the Freaky Over 40, for the Real Talk, hit us up. We'll be glad to, talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. And should whoever win the basket come on the show and show everybody, what they got?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we want to let folks know it's real. We can tell the folks anything, and them folks never do get a basket. We want to prove that you actually got that basket. So whoever wins this wonderful prize, we're going to let you sit up there and come on the show and pull the stuff out of the basket to show the people that everything that we said, you got, and show your appreciation. Yeah, I'm with that.
I don't want nobody to think that we just finna give it to Monica. We are going to have a drawing. We just pulling for Monica. Yeah. Monica is basically on every show, and she's just kind of near and dear to us. And she comments. She don't just be lurking. She be commenting. So, and she called in. So, yeah.
Does it all. So we're going to take this quick commercial break. In the last segment, we're going to come back. Y'all know what time it is. Dummy.
Elite Legacy Logistics. Rise and shine. Let's grind. Are you a carrier? Tired of doing all the hard work yourself? Let me help with that. Are you aspiring to become a truck driver? I can help with that too. Join this $800 billion industry. Let me do the hard work so you don't have to. The best is the least that we can do. Call or text 954-414-7115. You can also email us at info@elitelegacy.net. Got a truck? We have loads. Must have valid MC number.
Elite Legacy Logistics. Y'all want something to get somewhere from point A to point B? We got you. We help you out in all parts of life. We help you out in all parts of life. You want to get your yard manicured? You want to get you some insurance? We're gonna put somebody in touch with somebody. We help you with everything. So if you need some stuff, load it up and take it down to Dallas, Texas. If you need something to go up to Alaska, you need something to go anywhere in the United States. Elite Logistics can help you with that.
That's right.
I love that, man. I still have to get their credit, man. Look at that, man. I'm the modern day version of Fred G. Sanford.
And the G is for what?
Gonna get your ass. And the G stands for gonna get your ass. Now, this dummy other day that I have. First of all, do you guys have anybody? Because this dummy other day, I'm gonna need some help with from Daryl on this one, because I don't really even know this cat. I saw the picture and I know the gist of what he did, but to be a dummy and I ain't got to know everything about it. I mean, just a little bit that I saw of it and a little bit that I heard, and that qualifies you for being the big dummy of the day. That's saying something.
You ain't gonna believe this.
What? Don't tell me you ain't got the picture.
I got it. I'm kind of finna defend him.
The dummy of the day? See,
Daryl's gonna always find a way to defend these people.
Daryl tried to bamboozle me, because when I sent both of y'all the dummy of the day, oh, y'all, okay, I ain't getting nothing back and all that, but in his little...
Well, he had time to think about it. You gave him too much time to think about it.
He already knew what he was gonna say. Daryl shit is just like...
No, I was with you. With you. Sharita, Terry, you said dummy of the day. Sharita said dummy of the month or something. I said dummy.
You said the year. Yeah, you said the year.
Decade. That's 10 years. Dummy of the decade.
But now but after just thinking about it, you feel sorry for him.
No, you always tell me, you reserve the right to change your mind once you get new information.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, do me a favor, and you know, I ain't gonna call him an idiot, but you know, you do what you want to. It's your money. So really, it's not for me to sit up there and call you. Let's just say I wouldn't have did it. I would have found a better way to spend my money. But this guy right here, Daryl, gonna put the picture up. This is he's a rapper, right?
Yeah,
he's a rapper. And his name is. Do you guys by any chance know his name?
Look,
Dummy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely dummy. Dummy, yeah, he's definitely a dummy. But
I can't even look at that. That just makes my flesh crawl.
So this guy right here wants to put a diamond or what, a ruby or whatever that is. He wants to have it embedded, or he's having it embedded in his head. And that's not even the kicker part about it. It's the amount. What is he paying to actually do that? Am I looking at drop 24 million?
24 million. But
okay.
Here's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because the shit don't make sense to me. So maybe you can help me understand. Because I there's nothing I can call him but a dummy. I don't know what else to sit up there and say. 24 million, not $24, not $2,400, but 24 million. Please help me understand, and I just please tell me how you justifying it. This got to be a good one. It's got to be.
I'm not. Look at that. I'm not justifying it, but what I'm doing, I'm saying I'm waiting on this part to come up on here. Basically, what happened was he saw this particular diamond, and he said that he wanted it. I don't know if he initially wanted it to do what he did with it, but he's been paying on it, saving up for it, or whatever since 2017. So it ain't like he just went out and said, okay, here go 24 million. He saw something, he worked for it, and he bought it, and he did this. So even though we think it's dumb, he's showing us what you can accomplish with hard work. I don't know too many of his songs. I'm shocked that he even got 24 million to spend on it. But you gotta admire the guy that took 4 years and saved up and bought it.
You know what, Daryl? that shit doesn't even make sense what you talking about. And the reason why I say this, it's multiple reasons that makes this guy a dummy. It's multiple reasons. It ain't just one reason. To put a diamond on your head could be the amount of money that you paid to have it done. Perhaps. But even what I got one better than that. Who's to say that somebody don't come by and knock you on your ass and take your diamond? I mean, the shit just sitting there. Is it super glued on? Is it got a rubber band behind it? Is it etched in your skin? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out.
It's actually just a piercing.
Well, somebody can run by, just like they run by and snatch purses. Can nobody just run by and snatch that off his forehead?
Well, he said it's insured, so I don't guess he care.
Well, that we may need to have a bigger dummy today, because who would insure a motherfucker that sit up there and tell you, hey, I'm gonna put this on my head and I'm gonna I'll let you insure it. So he may be the underlying dummy. It may be an even bigger dummy, the person that is insuring it.
I mean, I'm sure if you got a $24 million pink diamond, you're gonna have it insured, whether you just putting it in a safe or whatever the case is.
But Daryl, it's just like me. When I sit up there and got this house and had this swimming pool, they asked me, do you have a fence around your pool? Do you have alarm? Do you have this? You know, they ain't just finna insure your shit just to be insuring. If you sit there and got a pool and anybody can come jump in, and you ain't got no fence, you got a diving board, and you got all this type of stuff. So what I'm saying is, yeah, people, they will insure stuff, but they're gonna ask you questions to make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do to prevent a theft or them having to pay out that money. So I just refuse to believe that they knew his intentions of keeping it where he's keeping it and still gonna honor him if something happened to it. To me, that's just crazy.
Well, I mean, it's just like these football players that buy these $2 and $3 million necklaces and charms and stuff, and then go swimming in the ocean and lose them.
They
have those
that's
insured.
2 or 3 million. We talking about 24 million here, sir.
I mean,
embedded in your skull. Embedded in your skull.
It's somebody that's going to insure it and hope that they don't ever have to pay on it, because I'm sure he paid a pretty penny for that insurance on that.
Well, I guess we got to.
I mean, I just give a guy credit. The guy saw something, and he you know, he didn't say, okay, I'm finna go buy this tomorrow. He saved up for 4 years, and he made the purchase. So I mean, I give him credit for that.
So he made a smart move to make a dumb decision. So you give him credit for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sharita. Sharita just nodding because, like I said,
I'm just saying, about you. I mean, you gotta admire somebody that saw something that they wanted and took the time to save up for it and got it. Now, would I put it on my forehead like that? No. But if that's, hey, this is younger generation, they doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So that's his name, Little Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert.
Okay, Lil Uzi Vert. You've made it to the dummy of the day. But you know, I'll let Daryl sit up there and say, you know, kudos to you for saving, you know, since 2017. So it's 4 years. So you save 4 years, which is roughly like $6 million a year to get this $24 million diamond embedded in your head. Congratulations for doing that.
I mean, these young guys doing something to be making that kind of money, and ain't really a mainstream rapper.
Well, damn, like you said, I don't even know one record.
I don't heard some appearances on some people's stuff, but no, I mean,
yeah, but if he able to just have some appearances and have 24 million here, hell, I got the mic. I got the mic. I feel like I got the talent here. You know, show me where he going. You know, I can spit some.
From what I be hearing, I can get out there and do that. They make me want to get in the rap game. Well, nah, I guess I'm too old for that. But
no, we ain't too old, man. Me and you can do the salt and pepper on the men's version, and then we got Spinderella right there in the middle.
Oh no, hell no, y'all ain't finna leave me out of the goddamn Lifetime movie.
Look,
I ain't being no goddamn Cinderella.
We ain't gonna treat you like the Spinderella like they treat them. We won't do you like that.
Hell, I want my money.
Yeah, we start making some money.
Yeah, when we start making some money, Spin. Just don't you spend no money, Spin.
That's what they told her. That's what they told her. Just wait. Just
don't
wait.
You spend no money, Spin.
Huh.
Well, like I said, that's my dummy of the day, and I'm sticking with it. So do you guys have any extra dummies of the day before we get out of here? It's time to sit up there and get on out of here, man. It's been a great show. Had plenty more to talk about, but the time is up. So y'all got anything in parting before we get up out of here?
No, just one more time with the gift basket, and I'm gonna only leave it up for 30 seconds so Monica won't get mad at us. Nah, that's it for me. I ain't got nothing else.
Well, I appreciate y'all. What about you, Shona?
No, I'm good. I had some Gus's chicken before we came on. It done kicked in.
Got that sleeping powder on it like that pizza had us last week, huh?
Yeah. They had a Super Bowl special. I went and got the Super Bowl special, even though I ain't doing nothing.
Oh,
well,
man.
I be getting out there today and tomorrow.
With that being said, like you to catch Daryl's show, D's show on Tuesdays, 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're gonna be talking about the aftermath of the Super Bowl, man. We're gonna be talking about the aftermath of the Super Bowl. And Nostradamus, which is myself, you know, I the one, you know, picked that Tampa Bay would be going against the Kansas City Chiefs with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the whole thing. I get a chance to gloat a little bit more and improve my worth, because we've agreed once that happens on Tuesday's show, he's gonna have some good stuff, because he, you know, they're good with gadgets and coming up with different things. So I don't know if he's gonna have a crown on my head, or I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's gonna do something once this prediction come to pass. So I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna talk about a few other things, talk a little NBA, may even talk a little spring training of baseball. We may do a little something like that. So so stay tuned for that. And then we'll be right back on Friday with Showing Up Sharita. And I think they gonna give away their gift basket Freaky Over 40. I think they're gonna give away their gift basket. I'm gonna be out of town with my love, celebrating this 1 year anniversary. So, I'm gonna try to peep in there. and join in the beginning. But like I said, a happy wife makes a happy life. So if she tells me I need to get down there and get off that damn, thing, I need to do that. Because she allows me to sit up there and do it as much as I do it. So when she wants her time, I got to give her time. But I'm still going to try to get out there and support my girl showing up. So looking forward to her at 7 o'clock on Friday to give away that basket. So with that being said,
are we still having Monica's show Friday?
Monica's show will be the topic on Friday night. Y'all don't want to. Oh, I'm telling you, I can't, because if I start telling you anything, I'm gonna have to tell you all, and I'm just telling you, you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss it.
All we know so far is he left.
Yeah, that we do know.
Disappeared.
All we know is he left. We don't know.
That's all we know. And
Like
what
a
I'm saying,
thief in the night.
Monica, you're gonna be on live TV for the whole show telling your story. So
Don't make her nervous.
I just want to say, by the end of the show, we just want to know why he left or how he left. We got to please put that in there now.
We're gonna have to start with that and then go backwards.
When you show what happened, then you go back in time and say, "How I got." Okay, it's one of them. Okay. Well, I'll be able to jump on in the beginning, so at least I can catch what happened. I may not catch the whole thing, but I can always go back and see it. But
we can always go back and watch.
Yeah, always can go back and watch. So, last thing before I get out of here, everybody, please subscribe. If everybody would take it and just send it to 3 people and just like and subscribe. That's what we do. That's all we ask for. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification button. We will greatly, greatly appreciate it. With that being said, thanks for joining me on Real Talk with T. Will. If we ain't talking real stuff, we don't want to talk about it. So I think we've been in the clutch on behalf of In the Sports Podcast. To my gal showing up, to my guy D Early. Looks like we was in the clutch, man. And I appreciate you guys. See you next week.
Real talk.
Bye.
Sports Talk, hosted by D Early, 11 a.m. Tuesdays. Freaky Over 40, hosted by Shownuff Sharita, Friday, 7 p.m. Real Talk with T. Will, Saturdays, 3 p.m. In the Clutch podcast could not be possible without our sponsors. Tanya Covington Realtor, the realtor you can trust. Elite Legacy Logistics, you got trucks, we got loads. Payne Lawn Service for all your lawn maintenance needs.